Family Ford Lincoln Mercury in Marietta presents Eastern Outdoors TV.
Okay.
Welcome to Eastern Outdoors TV. On today's program, Wendell Walker has a full day of outdoor excitement to enjoy. Our morning begins as Chris McKnight and Brandon Watson treat us to a textbook turkey hunt during the West Virginia youth turkey season. Later, Wendell teams up with Jody Dowler for an afternoon filled with walleye, sauger, saugeye, and whatever else might decide to show up during an outing on the Ohio River.
That's a decent size. Sauger. Sauger, yeah. What's the difference? Can you show us the difference between a sauger and a walleye and a saugeye?
Saugeyes will have the saddles. Just think of a saddle like a baseball. If you just take a baseball part or stitched together, you'll have what they call saddles, which will go around the body, just right here.
Oh, okay.
It's all coming up, so stay right where you are, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Wendell Walker with Eastern Outdoors TV, and today we're on a youth turkey hunt with Chris McKnight and Brandon Watson. And
How you doing, Wendell? It's nice seeing you again.
How you doing?
Yeah, we appreciate you all coming out to videotape us this morning.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now tell us what's all happened today.
Actually, this is our second year of the West Virginia Youth Hunt. Brandon was pretty fortunate last year and killed his first turkey with me. And Brandon, you're how old now? 13. 13. So he was 12 last year, and he ended up killing a jake with me last year. And hopefully we'll have just as much success today. So.
job, man. You got him. Woo!
Nice one. Yeah, give me a hug, buddy. Good shooting. All right. That's pretty good. Second bird in 2 years and before 8 o'clock.
Be heading back towards the house. Looking close to 10-inch beard on him this year. What do you think? Pretty cool?
Yeah.
Your Uncle Chris's legs shaking again. You believe that?
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. I told you this is what it's all about, man. I'm glad we pulled back here, and then instead of went up, I figured they'd come right in on that trail right there, and they did. They were just roosted right over the edge right there. So, my shooting days are about over with. You know that? That was a dandy hunt right there. I don't get no better than that. You've had 2 years worth of it. You know that? 2 years worth of it. Tell you what we need to do now, bub. Gotta get your field tag filled out, all right? Get him taped up. One of the primary things is we demonstrated earlier was getting that field tag on that bird before it's moved from the place of kill before within 1 hour. And that's the main thing. And even as a youth hunter, they're required to put a field tag on it. Another thing this time of year we've been looking at a good bit is, bait, and it's illegal to hunt turkeys over bait. And there's certain times that you've got to quit feeding and that type of stuff. But it's considered baited for 10 days after the last piece of grain comes up off the ground. And that's another primary thing. And failure to check the birds, another thing. And that's really important for us in the spring of the year due to the fact that on this side of the state, we have to check 1 bird in per 100 square mile of the county before we have a fall season. So it's very imperative that we have all the birds checked in the county. Ready to get to the house? Yeah. All right, let's go get in and be up out of bed.
This has been a great hunt.
Absolutely.
A little quick, but
very successful this morning. Very successful, and just a good Lord provided for us this morning. And like I said, we got on one pretty quick this morning, and pretty exciting, wasn't it, Brandon? How many birds did we have coming in this morning? 4. We ended up with, like I said, a real good, probably a 2, maybe a 3-year-old bird. That's a real decent beard. How long was the beard? 9 3/4. There we go.
all right, well, thank you so much for inviting me out.
Anytime, Wendell, anytime.
Good hunt. Today we're up on the Ohio River, up by one of the dams, fishing for sauger, walleye, saugeye, and whatever else wants to bite. Our host today is a real expert in this, Jody Dowler. So Jody, how long have you been fishing up here?
Basically all my life. Dad used to bring me up here when I was a little kid, and half the guys you see on this bank over here got their teeth and helped me show me how to catch these fish.
Just like that, huh?
That's a decent size.
Yeah, saugeye.
Sauger, yeah. And what's the difference? Can you show us the difference between a sauger and a walleye and a saugeye?
Saugeys will have the saddles. Just think of a saddle like a baseball. If you just take a baseball part where it's stitched together, you'll have what they call saddles, which will go around the body, like this right here.
Oh, okay.
The walleyes will have more or less the bars.
Oops, there one. Lost that one.
Man. The walleyes will have the vertical bars going down through, right here. And as you can see the saddle coming down around here and down around here. A lot of times you can tell by the black spots on their fins. Some of them won't be as blurred out, and sometimes you can even tell by the tongues.
No, what can you do? How can you tell by the tongue?
The tongue on a walleye will come out to a point and then groove in on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like that. This is more like a point, more like the saugers.
Oh, okay.
So there some species of the saugeys and the walleyes, some of them are pretty hard to tell apart, especially when you get more and more into the lakes. The more lake fishing you do, the more the saugeys will look like walleyes.
Oh, okay.
But the rivers, they got so much sauger in them naturally that they got the markings of the sauger. Now the difference between the sauger and the saugeye is real easy. the round spots on the dorsal fin, plus they ain't gonna have the white spot on the tip of the tail. And they're most generally more darker colored than what saugeyes will be. The walleyes are either usually going to be like a light color or a greenish color.
Oh, okay.
For years, I've used 3-inch twister tails. Doesn't really matter what size, 3 or 4 inch. I've been experimenting a lot with the 6-inch bass baits, like the fluke, the Zoom flukes, the bass assassins, and these new Berkeley Gulp power minnows. They're really starting to impress me a bunch.
I'd say.
Okay, right here's a classic example of the Sauger. You can see the round dots, and down here there ain't no white tip on the tail.
Okay.
Plus you can also see the saddles on the sides, the markings and everything.
Oh, yeah, they're colorful, pretty fish.
See how the tongue comes more out to a blunt point.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, there's a lot of newer baits on the market today. These power minnows by Gulp, they're really good. Bass assassins, the super flukes, the sassy shads, the shad bodies.
Right.
Just basically anything, any kind of minnow imitating type of bait. I mean, a lot of bass fishermen's got a lot of baits in their box that they can actually catch walleyes and saugers with, as long as they can catch bass.
Well, I know most of the time when I catch them, it's when I'm bass fishing. So this is the first time I've actually really went after them heavy. And boy, I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of them do get caught bass fishing this time of year, because a lot of people are starting to throw crankbaits and stuff to the bank, and the fish are starting to move up into shallower water. When they move up to shallower water, they'll start chasing the shad and the shiners, and a lot of times they'll start picking them pretty good on crankbaits. Pumpkin seed, watermelon seed. Yeah, it has.
There's a white.
Look here,
Hey,
2 at a time.
2 at a time. 2 whites. No, that one's. Look at that. 2 whites.
Look at there.
Got into a little school of whites right there. I told you my boy got a citation white up here.
Yeah.
That was exciting. Well, I tell you, Jody, this kind of fishing, you can catch a lot of fish. We've had a lot of fish in this boat today.
Yeah, this kind of fishing here, when these fish get turned on, it's almost quicker than catching bluegill with just a night crawler and hook. I mean,
Yeah.
If you could get younger kids in a boat like this and get them out here using these kind of baits, they just have a ball.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
There wouldn't be, they wouldn't get bored because they wouldn't be catching any fish.
Yeah,
I mean,
just like that. It's just sometimes you just drop it over the boat.
Yeah.
There's a fish.
most of the times, as soon as it hits the bottom, and you just move it one time, one will pick it up. But I know the nicer fish are starting to move out just a little bit. The nicer fish will usually catch anywhere from late fall, early fall. We've caught them as soon as middle of August, clear through the end of June. But your bigger fish is going to be in the fall, or real early spring, or early winter.
Gotta have a slow current for that. Look at this one. How many can you expect to catch when you come out?
Mid-spring, early spring, April, May, you can probably count on coming out catching 50 and above. I've seen days where 3 of us in the boats had 150 fish days. I've seen days where we've had 100 fish days.
I know we're over 100.
Yeah, we've pretty much caught several fish. We've caught several decent ones.
A lot of bumps, just like that.
Yeah, they like just to hit on the tails a lot of times when they get the short striking. So they'll just nip at the tails. Down on the bottom.
Catfish?
It's not feeling like about like a walleye.
Caddy. You never know what you're going to pull out, huh? Yeah, it feels like small.
Oh, looky there.
Yeah, another double. I think I've lost track of the doubles today, too.
I had 3 sets of doubles right there on mine, 2 at a time. This one right here is a little bit better fish.
Yeah.
A whitey, white
Yeah,
bass.
a white bass.
And this time of year, that's another thing that you run into. You run into a lot of different species. You run into your white bass. It's been known to catch a few yellow perch.
Uh-huh.
Several hybrids. You get one of them hybrids over 5 pounds hooked, you really got a fight on your hands.
Oh yeah, those hybrids can really fight.
But this time of year is usually about the best time because it's a little bit warmer. You know, some other people can get out, kids can get out and enjoy themselves.
Yeah. I know, I've been seeing some of you guys' trucks down there at the boat ramp all winter.
Yeah,
That's die hard, I tell you.
Yeah, we started fishing early August in the river. Yeah. Another Sauger.
Yep.
Put that on the list.
What list? I've forgotten already.
We got we caught a drum, we caught some white bass, caught
I lost track.
and channel cats.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. We even saw a paddlefish caught today.
Yeah,
that was
we
pretty
caught
neat.
a paddlefish earlier today. A little prehistoric looking type of fish.
Yeah.
Like I say, this time of year is a good time just to get out. I mean, just enjoy it.
Now, can you expect action like this all summer long, or is this just a spring?
I'd say about June, these fish are going to start moving downstream just a little bit, start getting in their summer peaks. These fish are more of a cold water type of fish. They move up as it gets colder, and the water temperatures start to rise. They start heading for deep water.
Right.
I know the people on the banks right now are catching them pretty good in 9 foot of water, 9-10 foot of water.
Mm-hmm.
But we're fishing in 23 and 22 foot of water, and we're catching them, so they're pretty much well scattered out everywhere.
Oh yeah. So even if you don't have a boat, you can still come up here and do pretty well, can't you?
Oh yeah, there's several days that I don't feel like unloading the boat and loading the boat by myself, and I'll come up here and fish off the bank and catch several fish. My nicer fish, my walleyes I talked about, were caught off the bank.
Really?
Yeah, if you look right there, it's our cameraman was even catching fish. He's probably out catching us there for a little bit.
I think so. For a while there, he was
Yeah, and this is
ahead of us.
Yeah, it's his first Sauger trip on the river.
Yeah, and there's my last fish too. I think maybe we can close on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the same size as yours.
Yeah.
Well, this has been great. I really enjoyed this. Thanks a lot.
Thank you guys for having me
Great.
on here.
Well, sure. And if anyone wants to get any information about this, just hit our website. Jody he hits it pretty regular, and you can ask questions for Jody or any of us, and we can give you some advice and help you on the next trip like we did today.
Yeah, you can catch me usually on the turkey hunting forums, some of the river forums. I do a lot of trout fishing. I'm just everywhere in there. Just look for me and give me a shout. The username I got's Outdoor Wildman 78. Look me up. Hey, if anything, if you ain't got a boat, you want to give it a try, just give me an email, and maybe we can hook up and go for a trip.
Oh yeah, it's plenty worth it, I tell you.
Yeah, 'cause I'm all the time looking for someone to go fishing with.
Well, thank you.
Hey, no problem.